Hey guys, I'm about to go grocery shopping. I kind of want to change my clothes first into something comfy, but I also just can't be bothered. I'm wearing formal trousers, they're wool, but honestly, I feel like trousers, even though they're considered formal, are more comfortable than like jeans. They're kind of like sweatpants. Anyways, I'm gonna make a grocery list before I go. I'm really hungry right now. I haven't had dinner yet. For my perfume today, I wore De Dion by Chanel. I'm really into this lately. It's special to me because I've worn it for a while. I feel like this smells like a woman who is a combination of Audrey Hepburn and Alexa Chung. Someone who's very enigmatic, classy, a lot of charisma, but extremely cool. Someone aspirational for me. I don't know, I like it. I like how resinous it is. This has been my recent daily perfume obsession. I'm in the middle of 3 books right now. So this morning, I read again about 20 to 25 pages of the brothers Karamazov. I'm enjoying this. And then last night, I started Hunchback by Sao Ichikawa. I got a little bit taken aback by the first 4 pages. I'm only on page 26, and the font for this is quite big, so I think I can finish it tonight. There's about 90 pages. The premise is interesting. I haven't read a book like this before. I like that the author wrote this. However, I'm not sure if I love it. I'm curious to see where this goes. At some point this week, I'm going to start Betty by Tiffany McDaniel. I've heard a lot of great things about this. I'm actually reading this with my friend. We decided to create like an informal book club of just us two. Both of us are readers and we both enjoy like a similar-ish type of book. For the first book that we read together, she asked me to pick. I know that she likes books about like family drama, like a family saga. She really loves Ann Patchett. So I remembered this one, Geneva, who also has a YouTube. She recommended this to me. So at some point this week, I'm gonna start reading this. I'm excited. Hey guys, so my friend G, a few weeks ago, G Sunday in the library, she also makes YouTube videos. A few weeks ago, she messaged me about the Harvard Warehouse book sale, saying that a lot of these books are majorly discounted. She was like, I don't know if you're interested in buying books right now. I'm always interested. All of these I bought from the warehouse sale because they were so cheap, guys. Like even the hardbacks were so cheaply priced. This one is very dirty. So yeah, I picked up quite a few books that have been on my TBR for a while and a lot of NYRBs that were, I think, about $6 each. However, in my fervor and excitement, I accidentally ordered 2 copies of 2 books. I need to peel off the Harvard stickers. Thankfully, these come off very easily. I can't remove that because it rips the cover. That's sad. First, I got Little Snow Landscape by Robert Walser, or is it Walser? Someone actually DM'd me on Instagram and recommended his work for me. Specifically, they recommended, it was like a coming of age story, which I do have that NYRB on my shelf. I think it was Jacob von Gunten. Yeah, so this is another one by him. This one sounds interesting. This is The Secret Commonwealth of Elves, Fauns, and Fairies by Robert Kirk. I got the book Transit by Anna Seggers. The End of Me by Alfred Hayes. I got These Precious Days by Ann Patchett. I actually have read just the eponymous These Precious Days. I wanted to pick up a copy of it so I could read the other essays. I got this one, A Left-Handed Woman by Judith Thurman. Judith Thurman was a staff writer at The New Yorker, and this is a selection of her essays. Interesting. I like The New Yorker. And then Arabesques. I got, I think this is by Mary Wollstonecraft. Yes. This is A Vindication of the Rights of Woman. I got The Bridge of Beyond by Simone Schwartzbart. This book called Vivaldi. I think this is a picture book. This might be for children, actually. Vivaldi is a book for anyone who's ever felt alone, anyone who's ever worried or been anxious, and anyone who knows what a difference finding the right words to speak about difficult feelings makes. So me, this is not a book just for children. I got Love in a Fallen City by Eileen Chong, The Quiet American by Graham Greene, Did Graham Greene write The End of the Affair? Because I have read that and I liked it. Claudia Rankine's Just Us, An American Conversation. This, it doesn't look like it because it's a paperback, but this is heavy, guys. The Undocumented Americans by Carla Cornejo Villavicencio. By Sasha Abramsky. The House of 20,000 Books. My dream house. Oh, I got this one. Jamaica Kincaid's My Favorite Plant. So Jamaica Kincaid is also a passionate gardener who loves flowers. And this is a collection of essays and poems on topics as diverse as beans and roses by writers who garden and gardeners who write. Okay, so this is not all by Jamaica Kincaid. I think she just curated this collection. Cool. There's like poetry in here as well as essays. I love that. I have A Favorite of the Gods and A Compass Error by Sybil Bedford. Free Day by Ines Cognati. The Liar by Martin A. Hansen. David Sedaris, Dress Your Family in Corduroy and Denim. I tried to get into Sedaris in the past. I think I read Me Talk Pretty one day. I don't know if its humor is just not for me, but I'm willing to try again, and the title sounds interesting. Don't Look at Me Like That by Diana Athill. Trespasses by Louise Kennedy. I've seen this book around on Book Talk, so curious. And then lastly, I got This Is the Canon, Decolonize Your Bookshelf in 50 Books. And I think this is just recommending books to read. Talks about Toni Morrison, Caribbean novelist Earl Lovelace, or Indigenous Australian author Alexis Wright. Yep. All right, I'm going to disinfect these now. I'm about to go out to renew my library card. I still have a card from childhood, but I think that library no longer exists. However, I know all of the libraries in this area are connected in like a network. I'm just gonna go in person to a branch and ask. I'm excited, guys. For me, the library is like a huge part of my childhood and my teen years even. The majority of books I read before turning 20 were library books. I think public libraries are great resources, and I also love how we can use the Libby app now. So yeah, I'm gonna go renew my card, or I guess get a new one, and then I'm gonna try to check out my first book using Libby. So I think I mentioned my friend and I were going to read Betty together, so she could not check it out from her local library, so we decided to change it to Redhead on the Side of the Road by Ann Tyler. I'm gonna try to get a copy of that today, either a physical copy or an ebook. To be honest, I don't really feel that great. I usually get tension headaches here. I'm like prone to them because I have TMJ, but we have to carry on with our days. So I've been trying to show my daily perfume every single time I film. Let me get it. Today I'm gonna wear Boy by Chanel. Guys, Lilian and Boy are made by the same perfumer and they smell pretty similar. This one is much lighter and airier. When you first smell it, you smell lavender and like citrus. I think maybe it's grapefruit. When it dries down, it's like a musky vanilla sandalwood scent. I think this is a perfect like clean person scent. I think this one is a bit edgier and cool, if that makes sense. This is one to wear like on a slow Sunday, and I just want to have like a peaceful mindset right now. I got my library card, guys. I kind of drove out of my way to come to this branch because I saw there's a park here and I wanted to take Benson with me so he could walk like a new route. But yeah, I secured the card. It took less than a minute, very easy. And now I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna access Libby. I didn't check out any books or explore this library much just because this probably won't be my go-to library because it's a bit of a drive for me. But yeah, love the library. Benson. Okay, let's go home. It's been like a week since I last picked up the camera. Last week it was super warm, and this week it's been cold and rainy, so I had to dig out some of my sweaters. I wear this sweater all the time. It's from Nothing Written. Last week, because it was warm, I also bought myself a spring bag from a local store here. It's very cute. Maybe I'll do a what's in my bag right now. Wallet. Pepper spray. Advil because I'm prone to headaches. I have a full perfume. This is Naked by The Maker. I wore this one today. It's like a peppery skin scent. I like it. I have Tic Tacs and 2 lip products. This is from ESW Beauty, Vanilla Almond Butter Smoothie. This one is from Edam. This is Boba Bounce. Neither one I'm wearing on my lips today. I'm wearing Rhode Espresso. So I wanted to give some reading updates. Right now I'm reading 2 books. Still reading The Brothers Karamazov. I'm going through this very slowly. I'm now on book 8 on page 428. Some of you guys have asked me what I think of it so far. I am enjoying it. However, I didn't really get into it until maybe about page 242, specifically this chapter and In the Fresh Air. Once I read this chapter, I became more invested. If you guys have read Dostoevsky before, you know he likes to go on these philosophical rants through his characters. Because I've read Crime and Punishment and The Idiot, it almost feels a bit repetitive, especially with The Idiot. There's a lot of similarities between The Idiot and this one. Of course, because it's Dostoevsky's ideology coming through the text. But I am enjoying it and I'm invested. I care about these 3 brothers. Actually, I care more about just 2 of them, but that could change. I try to read 1 or 2 chapters every morning of this. And then this book I'm reading with my friend and I've been neglecting it. This is We Were the Mulvaneys by Joyce Carol Oates. This is a big book. I'm only on page 26. I really liked the collection Cardiff by the Sea by Joyce Carol Oates, which I read last year. This one feels distinctly different from that. This actually reminds me a lot of Anne Patchett, but this feels a bit darker than Anne Patchett. I'm enjoying it. I just need to find more time to sit down and just read it. What else can I update you guys on? Honestly, my life is just very boring, and I guess that's a blessing. Oh, I can't share what I got at the Sephora sale. I posted a TikTok sharing my 3 top recommendations, and in that video I said I was not planning to shop the Sephora sale. Like, who was that? A few of my friends recommended some products to me, and some of you guys too, so I was just curious. The first one is Jo Malone's Nectarine Blossom and Honey, because I'm looking for a juicy peach perfume for the summer. My friend actually really likes this perfume. I think it's one of her signatures. I do like this, but I also smell the florals in this. And I want something that's a very realistic, just juicy peach. Just a juicy peach. Like no florals, no musk. This is very lovely though. It is a juicy peach, but it's also floral. And then I got these. I'm on a natural deodorant journey. I started using one last month and I think it works. But I also don't know if I can smell myself. I stocked up on 2 more to try. So this is the Necessaire one. This is in the scent Santal. And then I also got the Salt and Stone one, and this is Bergamot and Hinoki. We'll see if those work. I think this is a French makeup brand. This is supposed to be like that really natural lip color. I got the shade Callison. I also picked up a mini Flora tint. I was gonna restock my Benetint, which I'm completely out of now. But then I saw Allison recommend this one, so I decided to give it a shot. Maybe I'll put some on right now. Ooh, this one is not watery like Benetint. Ooh. It's quite dark on me. And then I restocked my Professional. My other one was also a travel size and I was using it for like a year. And then I also restocked my Anastasia Brow Freeze Gel. This one is my favorite. It doesn't get like white and flaky like other ones do. This is the one that's in the opaque tube. I also like the one that's in the shiny tube as well, but this one keeps your brows in place better. And then a lot of people recommended this to me. This is the Crown Affair Leave-In Conditioner. I'm pretty sure this is the smaller size, the mini size. People told me that this smells amazing, so I want to smell it. Yeah, it smells good. It smells like Fruit Loops. It smells exactly like Fruit Loops to me. I love that. I love Fruit Loops. That's all I got. I actually wanted to get a new eye cream, but I'm still using my other 2, so I passed on it this time. It's much later. I just ate dinner, and I'm gonna walk Benson. Honestly, I don't really feel good because I'm PMSing, but we gotta carry through. I'm gonna change into something comfortable. Where are my sweatpants? Where are they? Do you know? My glony. When I come back, I'm taking a shower and reading my book with a sheet mask. I just sat and read for about an hour. The Unworthy by Agustina Bazterrica. I've heard this is quite disturbing. And I made it until, I'm pretty sure it was page 86. I don't know if I'm just not as sensitive, but I don't find it that disturbing yet. Do check trigger warnings if you do want to read this though. It's quite a short book and the font is very big and the pages are smaller than a typical book. I think total... I think there's total like 170 pages. Yeah, so I should be able to finish this quite quickly. It's interesting. It's the weekend right now and I'm about to go grocery shopping. Okay, I'm wearing my Risho blouse. I haven't worn this in a while. This morning I read a lot of We Were the Mulvaneys by Joyce Oates. I'm really into it. I was talking with my friend about it this morning. I'm on page 256. At first I didn't really like the story. It felt very much like a book written in the early 2000s, 90s, if you know what I mean. When was this published? 1996, so that checks out. But now that I've gotten accustomed to the different characters, the Mulvaneys, and the story is kind of picking up pace and I can see where it's going now, I'm into it. I have a feeling I know what's gonna happen though. I love her writing in Cardiff by the Sea. I love the topics that she explored. This one is very different, so just FYI if you also loved Cardiff by the Sea. I have a lot left. I have like 200 pages left, but I really want to finish this. I just want to know what's going to happen. I wanted to show my perfume. This is a new perfume from Noble 1942? Noble 1942. Their most famous perfume is La Danza del Libelluli, which people say smells like an apple pie with ice cream. I personally think it just smells like juicy apple shampoo. This is a peach perfume. To me, it smells like a peach spritz, but that's in the initial spray. When it dries down, I get the vanilla more. This is very similar to La Danza, where it leans kind of like peachy shampoo with like a dry down of vanilla. I like this one more though. The bottle is insane. What's going on here? 6666666. All those sixes. You know what? I'm gonna add a vanilla to this and see if I can make it more peachy vanilla. Actually, no, I'm not going to. I'm back home and my Source perfume came in. This is In Dreams and Fairy Tales, the vanilla. Whenever I wear it out, I get so many compliments on it by strangers. I feel like it meshes well with my skin chemistry maybe. One girl, I told her what the scent was and we were talking about perfumes briefly and she told me that this smell reminds her of something from her childhood, and I guess some people may not take that as a compliment, like, oh, it smells childish. I took it as a compliment because this is very much a nostalgic smell. I agree with her. I understand what she was trying to say. I really just want to lay down and read for the rest of the day now that I got grocery shopping off my to-do list. But I want to go and pick something up. Also, I would love to just read and try to finish this book this weekend. So it turns out I laid down and took a nap and did not do what I was supposed to do. I usually don't take naps. Like, I hate taking naps. I always wake up with a headache. I feel fine now though. I think I can do one of my tests, so I'm gonna go do that right now quickly. The store I need to go to, I think, closes in 2 hours, but hopefully there won't be any traffic because it's a weekend. I'm here.
Her, so she said, okay, let's give it to her. Yeah.
Different styles work for yeah.
Well, this was a pointless journey because they didn't have what I wanted to get. I think I'm gonna have to go into Georgetown to get it, which is, it's fine though. To make my journey less useless, I went into J. Crew just to look around and I ended up leaving with that dress. However, there was like lipstick or something something pink on the collar. Can you guys see the stain? Wait, now I can't see it. I think I got it out. I need to stop buying dresses like this because I actually think I suit dresses that are more, I don't want to say form-fitting, but less boxy. I just love wearing something boxy. Why do I need to stop buying dresses like this? What am I talking about? Lucy, I guess I won't read tonight. I got dressed, kind of. I'm wearing sweats because I'm gonna go into Georgetown. As for my perfume, in Dreams and Fairy Tales, this is the vanilla variation. I have my mini I can take with me. It's almost out. Is hot AF. I'm gonna drop off this bag in my car and maybe go to the bookstore. I just got fully rained on. I got the two things I came for at Diptyque. The girl who helped me was so sweet, Davida. I also stopped at Glossier and the girl working came up to me and the other girl who were talking and said, "One of you smells like cupcakes." I'm pretty sure it was me. I had my little Source perfume with me, so I gave it to her. There was only half left. And then I stopped at the bookstore and I was walking back to my car. I got rained on. So I'm ready to go home. I'm home. I'm so sweaty, guys. I think I mentioned before I'm on like a natural deodorant journey. I don't smell anything, but I've heard that people can't smell their own BO. I don't know. Something to note though is I don't have earwax, and I know the gene for wet earwax, I think it's ABCC11, maybe? Some people it's recessive. And if it's recessive, you have dry earwax. I don't have wet earwax. I don't have anything in my ear. It's completely bone dry in there. Sometimes it gets a little dusty. But yeah, I've never had wet earwax. My mom doesn't have wet earwax. My mom doesn't have BO. And I know like the ABC11 gene, if it's recessive, you usually don't get that BO smell. But the girl at Diptyque who helped me was so nice. She was also half Korean. Amazing. I mentioned in the car that I gave one of the Glossier girls my In Dreams and Fairy Tales vanilla perfume. Before that, I was walking on the street and I wasn't close to Georgetown cupcakes, which I think is kind of popular with people who are visiting the city. When I walked by this mom and daughter, the mom said, "You can smell Georgetown cupcakes." I think it was this perfume because then after I went into Glossier and I was talking to one of the workers, another worker comes up and says, "One of you smells like cupcakes. Is it you?" The projection, the scent trail for this is no joke, guys. I'm telling you, whenever I wear this, I get compliments. So the reason why I went to Diptyque is I bought two perfumes. They're not for me, they're for two of you. So I bought 2 bottles of Le Papier and I'm gonna give it to 2 of you. I have 2 extra copies of these 2 books. First one is Oranges Are Not the Only Fruit by Jeanette Winterson, and then The End of Me by Alfred Hayes. Neither one I have read yet, so hopefully they're good books. I wish I could show you the perfume, but the sweet girl who helped me wrapped them so nicely. But this is the big size. I think the 100 milliliter. Is this 100 milliliters? Yes. Okay, so it's one of these. So someone will get one, and I will have to make this US only because perfumes are classified as dangerous goods because of the alcohol content. So I do apologize. You don't have to do anything special, just in the comment section, tell me your favorite book and why you like it. Actually, that's kind of hard. Just tell me your favorite book That's it. I'll choose 2 people randomly. I've never done a giveaway from YouTube comments, so I wonder how people choose. If you know, let me know. Hopefully Le Papier brings 2 people joy out there and one of these books. I think I'm gonna read. I really want to finish We Were the Mulvaneys, preferably today. Yeah, we'll see. Bye.